Hi everybody, it's Elaine coming to you from the kitchen again, kitchen of my RV. It is Tuesday afternoon and I wanted to jump on today. We're coming from the kitchen because I have a little bit more information to share with you about food as we go through our little 2-week Skinny Santa. So for everybody here knows me, there's nobody new I need to introduce myself to, but we are on the Skinny Santa program and I'm hoping that you're playing along. And in fact, I want to give a big shout out to my sister-in-law, Kelly Mason. She posted the picture of her protein powder and her cashew milk, and we're doing good with getting the protein shake breakfast in there. Those are also great for snacks. I am also going to post a recipe for you when we're done today for a little protein cake, so that if you have that sweet craving and you really don't want to grab a cookie or a piece of candy, I have a little solution for you that might help you out. But in the meantime, first of all, if you do happen to catch me live, I know it's the middle of the day, but I wanted to get this in while the sun was shining. And I've been playing around this morning working on a little food diary for you guys. And I want to get that posted here for you too. So if you can catch me live, that's great. If you can't, just throw me a comment when you do catch the replay, and I will be happy to give you a shout out and to reply to your comment. Thank you for anybody who watched my little video from this morning when I first woke up and did my mirror work. Telling myself how much that I love myself and how great our day was going to be. And I hope you guys are already having an awesome day. Okay, so where are we going to go? Now, when I do post, if you do catch me live, don't forget that give me some thumbs up. Hit the little heart button there. Send some love my way if you're catching me live. If you are catching me on the replay, I still like hearts. Throw them in there. Throw them in a comment. And I'll chit-chat back and forth with you. So what did I want to talk about today? You're probably not gonna like the statistic that I'm about to give you. It's not really a statistic, but it's more the 80-20 rule. And that is the fact that a healthy lifestyle is 80% nutrition and only 20% workout. I remember the days when I was way up there in weight. The highest that I got, not baby weight, the highest that I got was 180. And at 180 pounds, I could spend an hour on the treadmill. I was the cardio queen, but I couldn't lose a pound because I wasn't doing anything about my nutrition. So I'm thinking that with the Skinny Santa, if we can knock some nutrition stuff down right away in the beginning. Hi Irene, how you doing? Hey, it's good to see you. Can you hear me okay? Can you just throw in a comment that, if you can, I don't know if you're able to, throw in a comment that you can hear me, because I'm using my little earbud and I'm always questioning, it sounds differently to me when I talk. So we're going to talk a little bit about food because, as I started to say, the nutrition part, 80%. Thanks, Irene. Great. Nutrition is 80% of the goal to leading a healthy lifestyle. When I weighed 180 pounds and I did all that cardio, it didn't do a thing for me because I had the same unhealthy eating habits. And so that's what I'm going to hope to share with you today, is a little bit about how we can start one day at a time, one small step at a time, changing the way we eat. You have me on low because you're at the eye doctor. Cool. Hey, nice. Tell them to join in. Sometimes when I do lives, people walk by, and now I'm not in the camper, obviously, but when I'm outside or when I'm at the gym, so I just give them a wave. They think I'm all nuts, but that's all right. Okay. So what do we want to talk about? What does 80% nutrition look like? I created for you guys, and I'm going to put it, I'll post it below. I created a food diary. And what I'm suggesting that we do, the very first day, not hard. In fact, the food diary is easy. I made it really, really easy. At the end of the day or as you go along, you just plug in the things that you're eating. But on the very first day, what I'd like you to do is just list everything you put in your mouth. No guilt, no questioning. Whatever you eat, whatever you choose to eat, just put it into the food diary, and then send it to me. Totally private, totally judgment-free. We're not going to post it for everybody to see. Send it to me, and I'm going to fill out for you what is associated with the things that you ate that day. So we're looking at protein. Hang on, I have my little spreadsheet up here, all the things that I put on there. Now, I'm not a big calorie counter. Hang on a second, my computer turned off. I am not a big calorie counter. I count protein and I count carbohydrates, and I don't even count those anymore. I mostly have my diet down to a pretty good regimen, or so I thought, until today when I made my food list for yesterday. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I got lazy. I've slacked off, so I'm going to hold myself to the same accountability standards as you guys. And that starts by knocking out my morning snack, I think. My morning snack is a cup of coffee, which I do make with stevia, but then I add 2 like heaping tablespoons full of cream, and then I sit down with a little tub of peanut butter and eat it right out of the tubs. Yeah, so that's not doing me any good. But what I am suggesting is that on the very first day, write down everything that you put into your mouth, and send it to me, and I will be happy to tell you how much protein, how many carbohydrates, how many sugars. Now, sugar is a form of carbohydrate, but it's the one that we're trying to stay away from added sugars. I'm just going with natural sugar, and fat and fiber and water intake. So those are the things that I put onto the food diary for you. So the very first day, just to get an idea of where you stand, go ahead and do that for me if you wouldn't mind. And then I'll send you this food diary, and start logging your food and see if you can figure out little ways that you can make changes. Now, I just have a little bag. This is a bag of fiber, which we'll talk about another time. But on the back of just about anything that you purchase in a box or a bag or a jar at the store, the only thing you can't get this information on is anything that's fresh, like fruits and vegetables. There will be supplement facts, right? It will tell you how much fat, how much cholesterol, how much carbohydrates, how many sugars. It'll tell you your protein, all those kinds of things. And the other things you can probably look up online if you wanted to, or I know pretty much just about everything by heart. So if you ever have a question about how much protein might be in something or how much sugar might be in something, let me know, because we have lots of hidden sugars, and that's what, even if we don't go low carb, you still want to try to get away from those extra sugars. So far what we're going to do is send me a list of the foods that you put into your mouth for one solid day. So if that's tomorrow, go ahead, or if you remember starting from this morning, do that. Just everything, doesn't matter what it is, the smallest thing. I log the chocolate chips. I keep my chocolate chips here. I will show you this. Oh, I think I might be out. I have a little bag. I keep my chocolate chips in the freezer. Little bag of chocolate chips. I usually use Jardelli because I just like the darker chocolate. But even if you throw a couple chocolate chips in your mouth, I want to know it. And I'll be able to help you. I'm going to help you figure out little ways that we can make changes. So once you write down everything that you've eaten for a day, if you're interested in starting the food diary, let's do it. And I will do it with you. And I'll be happy to post my food diary. I have no problems at all posting my food diary to show you how that works. And the way that I set it up was on an Excel spreadsheet. I'm looking at it right now. That's why I keep turning away from the camera. I have it on an Excel spreadsheet where you would log your grams of protein, grams of carbs, grams of sugar, grams of fat, grams of fiber, and ounces of water. And if you don't know anything, don't worry about it. I'm happy to plug it in there for you. Most of the information, as I said, is on the back of your box, bag, or jar. Fruits and veggies you can look up online. Meat is pretty standard too, but I'm happy to help you with any of those things. Once you make out your list, I'd like you to think of, just take this in bite-sized chunks. Think of one thing that you can change. Just one thing that might make a difference. What we normally strive for is an even mix of those items. So you might you want protein and carbohydrates to be even. So maybe 40% of what you eat to be protein, 40% to be carbohydrates. Your protein builds muscle, your carbs give you energy, and then about 20% fat. So we're not eliminating anything from our diet. I personally go a little bit lower on the carbs and higher on the fat, as long as they're good fats. And there are plenty of good fats out there. Avocados, I can name right off the top of my head, are a good fat. But there's plenty of coconut oil is another one that's good for you. Olive oil is another good one. So there are things that you can do. So when you look at your list of foods, think of one thing that you can change, or that you want to change, or that you'd like to have our advice about changing. So we're talking first, food diary, or list of food. Second, I'm going to send you a food diary. Then you're going to think about one small thing that you can change that will help you make a difference over the next 2 weeks and set a new habit for 2018, because that's really the goal, to have a habit in place for 2018. And we should be able to do that over a 14-day period. And then I'm going to ask you to do one more thing. Think of your favorite indulgence, whatever that might be, over the holidays, whether it's chocolate chip cookies, maybe a beer, a glass of wine. I like Bailey's Irish Cream. I'll do the Bailey's even, because I don't even want to know what the nutrition component is of that. So pick your favorite thing. We have this thing in our family that we like to cook called Bethel bars. They are this like layers of graham cracker crumbs and chocolate and coconut and caramel and evaporated milk and nuts, and it's just this bar about this thick. And man, if you have one, you have to have 10. So anything, whatever your favorite food happens to be, your favorite indulgence, let's take a look at it nutritionally and see exactly what's in there for us and if there's any way we can change it. So you got some homework to do today. Make your list of foods for me, and I'm gonna be happy to break them down for you. You're gonna think of a small way that you can make a change. Come up with that indulgence that you want to look at the nutritional value of. And if you don't want to look at the nutritional value of it, just tell me what it is. Post it in the comment. That's the best way back and forth, by the way, is to communicate by comments. Throw your comments in. We all answer back and forth. It doesn't have to be during the live video. We have somebody else watching us, whoever that is. Give a shout out. And let's see, anything else that I want to say about this topic before I head out and wrap this up? Let's see, make a list of foods. Nope, I think we got it all. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm going to send that Excel spreadsheet as an attachment. You guys let me know what foods you want to analyze. And I think that's it. I think that should do the trick for now. We are going to talk a little bit more about nutrition this week. I also have some other fun things planned, including that day about chocolate. And then we'll talk about workouts too. Kelly last night posted about the thing that derails her most at the holidays, stress. So we're going to take a topic about stress. If anybody else has one of those, Irene, if there's anything that you feel derails you during the holidays that we can talk about as a group, I'd be happy to know it. Post it in the comments. Otherwise, everybody have an awesome day, and I will talk to you again, probably not later today, but again tomorrow. See you later. Bye.